Well, good morning. Welcome to the 11:11 gathering. This is Frank in Williamsburg. I probably should get some intro music or something that I can play at the beginning of these things. But then people get fed up with that kind of stuff. I don't know. Just looking at my Lion of Judah over my shoulder there. We talked in one of the other readings the other day where it mentioned about how differently would you do things if you could see the Lord behind you or standing next to you? It's one of the reasons why I love having my Lion of Judah on the wall there, because anytime I'm making a video and I look up and there he is watching over me. I just love that. It's just such a beautiful painting as well. All right, well, we're moving on through the book Faith Without Religion, and today we're at entry number 4, which is called Action Must Be Taken. Sounds fairly simple and sounds fairly obvious, I guess, but let's make sure that we understand what was meant by that. Here we go. Once words are freed from the mind, either verbally or in writing, they are compelled to produce. There is no silence in the spiritual realm. A thought and a shout have the same volume. There is only one that creates with only a word, says God. For all others, the words spoken or written must be followed up by action. If the action is of my spirit, the fruit will be as well. If the action is from the enemy, the fruit will be bad. If there is no action, there will be no fruit. And listen carefully to this. No fruit and bad fruit are the same in my eyes, says God. Action must be taken, and this is of great importance, says God. Everything will appear differently from the spiritual perspective. It is much easier to see the wider picture when you remove the narrow constraints of the world system. You cannot measure spiritual progress from a worldly perspective. Give time and attention to fellow warriors. You will know them by their fruit. Align yourselves with those that you can see will be part of your eternal picture. Those who will not will be very obvious. Take certain action today and every day. Be accountable to each other. Do not engage in procrastination. A day lost, an hour lost, a minute lost, none of them can be regained. There are no do-overs with time. It is either used effectively or not. You are less likely to waste time if it is planned. Everything I do is planned, says God. There are no accidents and nothing is left to chance. As you know, I know the end from the beginning. So I'm not taken by surprise. You need to eliminate surprises from your life. They only serve to remind you that there was a lack of preparedness. Wow. Well, do you ever have a lack of preparedness? Do you ever have things happen and it's like, wow, I didn't see that coming? Most of the time we can avoid that. We can avoid being in that position of, wow, I didn't see that coming, by making sure, like I was saying yesterday, take the plans and ideas that you have to the Lord before you implement and execute them. Because he'll tell you the little adjustments to make. He might say, no, scrap that program and do this one instead. But he will always lead you in the correct direction. because we need to stay in his will, particularly in these difficult times that we're in. So go to God first, tell him the plans, ask him if this is his will for your life. And if you get that feeling, and you know what the feeling is, you know when you feel that you're doing the right thing, that's because that's how the Spirit communicates with you. Once you get that feeling and you know that it's correct, then you can ask him to bless it. But don't go do it first. And then when it all starts going wrong, ask him to fix it. Because that's what many of us do and have done over and over again. And it doesn't work. So, you know, that worldly adage of success leaves clues, it's true. When you see the people that continually go from one success to the other. Now, I'm talking about spiritually led people. Do not be deceived by material rewards being indicative of someone going from one success to another. Sometimes they're just piling up more problems for themselves down the road. We have to view everything now from an eternal perspective. You know that you have your foundation, your free gift of salvation that God blessed you with. Now be very cognizant about what you're putting onto it each day through the actions that you take. And we'll talk more about that in the future. Well, have a blessed day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 11:11, and we'll continue with our journey through faith without religion. So until then, bye for now. Have a wonderful day.